Natural stone slabs
And I'm
stone
back.
pavers in stock
It is
than
still
anyone
Thursday,
else.
October
You see,
6th,
Imperial Wholesale
2022,
owns the manufacturing
9:19
facilities that cut their
a.m.
own stone pavers and pool
You know, I was,
They have more control over
my
it,
goal
which means
was
you
to
have
go
better
to my
selection
storage right at
and
7
avoid
a.m. when the
everyday
gate
wholesale
unlocks.
prices. They also
Well, it doesn't
have
unlock, but I mean it's on a time circuit.
Imperial Wholesale is located in
My
Mesa,
code
and
can
take it
unlock
from
it
me, folks,
after
it's
7
worth the
a.m.
drive from anywhere in the valley. For more information, visit imperialwholesale.com.
I was planning to get there right at 7 and just sidetracked by more and more shit. Of course, the biggest time waste was me locking my ass out on my way out the door, because I was actually headed there, like right then. I thought I was getting immediately in my car and driving there. Had my beverages, had my charging cables in case I needed to put some charge on my phone, because I know my iPhone's down to less than 10% right now. But I didn't have my keys or my ID or anything else.
The Supreme Court of the United States on Monday did away with a Massachusetts gun law concentrated on individuals obtaining a firearm license, dealing a second blow to gun control. The reason why I lead with this,
Nice.
a couple of reasons, but I'm going to start with why I'm leading with that. I want to compare it to a Phoenix story. Phoenix Operation Gun Crime Crackdown extended after nearly 1,200 firearms have been seized. Now, I want to ask you, if you are someone that believes, like all of us do,
There's a,
we need to
I don't know
dramatically
if
reduce
it
the
caught in the video, but there's some building getting ready to get, construction getting ready to start on that intersection there.
if we can prevent it.
And
What do you think prevents shootings more? Going after someone that's trying
and
to get a legitimate
said the
gun
company,
license in
something LDE
Massachusetts,
Design Build,
or the Phoenix Police
and a big
Department seeking
billboard
out
on the
people
side of their
dealing
trailer there, and the
illegal
location saying
firearms
now
or selling
hiring.
firearms
So,
to people on the black market
I don't know, I've never
because
done
they
construction
can't legally
work.
get one at a firearms dealer.
I think
Hey,
about
just
it.
Intellectually, which do you think is And I'm telling you, this program at the Phoenix Police Department is a huge success that's taking 1,200 firearms off the streets, not from legal gun owners. I am a legal gun owner. I'm not required to have a concealed carry permit in the state of Arizona. I can carry a concealed weapon without it. As long as I am a legal gun owner, I can conceal it if I want to. But I have a concealed carry permit. I've gone to some training, not enough. I want to go to more. I want to be a responsible firearms owner, prepared. I don't ever want to use it. All I ever want to do is go out and practice with it and clean it. I never want to face somebody with a gun. I've never brandished a firearm at a human being, and I never want to. But I'm a law, and I'm not unique. By the way, I want you to understand, there are a lot of people that think that that's a unique opinion.
I want to go target shooting with my mom.
Every single firearms owner I've ever met is safety first. They never.
She's not going to be around forever.
They don't want to. You know, it's like it's one of those things where people say, "Hey, can I see your gun?"
Just found out somebody,
Well, you don't
not particularly close to me, but somebody else in my life passed away recently. So my older daughter for a while had a legal guardian who wasn't me and wasn't her mom, and that's a complex story that I don't really want to get into. And anyway, that woman's mother lived with them. Her name was Gigi, a very, very sweet older woman. And one thing I always look forward to every time I would go there to pick up or drop off my daughter or spend time with my daughter, my older daughter, the one that's an adult now, living in Oregon. She, yeah, one of the things that was always for me a part of going to that trip was looking forward to seeing her. Her name was Gigi, and yeah, I just found out from my daughter Allison that Gigi passed away recently. So I'm kind of bummed about that. And I'm haunted with so many regrets of things that I've wanted to do with people in my life that I just never got around to doing, and then they're dead. And I'd really like to be able to go target practice with my mom, and that alone really makes me want to petition to get my right to bear arms back. I'm a convicted felon, so under Arizona law I can't. Without petitioning to get that right restored, I can't own or possess a firearm.
the biggest example of this, and it's my favorite.
I do love the fact that since I live in Arizona, it's generally assumed that I'm packing, though. That does tend to dissuade a lot of people in a lot of places from fucking with me. People look at a guy that looks like me and like, that guy's definitely packing. and God knows, you know, not being a convicted felon and not being able to legally carry a gun has never stopped anybody from carrying a gun in Arizona. And if I wanted to, it wouldn't stop me either. But I do try to be a law-abiding citizen, and certainly I'm not looking to go to prison for something as stupid as that. I really don't want to go back to prison, like, ever. But I'm sure that's what he's talking about right now. I've heard Broomhead getting his old shtick about how so many gun control laws just do nothing to change.
Society is a polite society, they say.
Love that saying. Armed society is a polite society.
Someone with a gun has never scared me. A criminal with a gun scares me, but criminals without guns scare me. When you're a predator,
Fair.
you need to be kept at bay. And, you know, you think about...
Yeah, so many of these things don't stop gun violence, because the people who are doing gun violence are criminals and they don't follow laws. So enacting more laws doesn't really solve that problem. It just makes things more difficult for people who have a legitimate reason to have a firearm. Growing up, that was something I was taught, was how to shoot, and gun safety as well. But it's been a long, long time since I've been legally able to possess a gun. Anyway, really want a petition to get that right back.
And they were learning as teenagers. So it isn't about the weapon, it isn't about the firearm, it's about the person that's holding it, like anything else. It's not about the vehicle, it's about the drunk idiot that gets behind the wheel. Let's focus on how we stop those people. How do we stop people with guns that shouldn't have them? The Phoenix PD's found a way to investigate this, and they've taken over 1,200 guns off the streets. They're to be congratulated.
That's
and it's
pretty
a program
awesome.
that should be modeled all over the country. Coming up in a moment, Matt Salmon, former member of Congress, former gubernatorial candidate, joins me. We're going to talk about DACA. We're going to talk about a couple of other things.
Oh man, I just got here and realized I finally have what I need for... been kind of avoiding Tony because of her and also the manager here, Blu-ray players. And I was going to charge them for it. At this point, I've been waiting so long for me to come through with that. I just think I'm going to hook them up. But the thing that was holding me back was I've got several Sony Blu-ray players. I didn't have any damn. And welcome back, YouTube. Still Thursday, August 6th. 2022, 79 degrees out according to the Obamaphone weather widget, which is actually probably not accurate. I've been meaning to mention, so I'm oh, it's 10:10 a.m. by the way. So one of the things that I've just been ecstatic about and been keeping the Obamaphone for, which is through Assurance Wireless, which is basically a special division of T-Mobile that handles the Lifeline, federal government Lifeline phone program. One of the things that I've been really happy. I've been surprised. I surprisingly like this phone. I mean, it's a, I don't know, it's a TCL. It says T-Mobile on the back, and it has a TCL splash screen. I'm not sure what the model is, and it's got some cracks in the screen now because I've cracked it, and nobody sells a replacement screen for it because I think it's just less expensive. You know, just nobody wants to spend money to repair a phone that they probably got for free, and I don't think anybody actually sells this phone. I mean, I'm sure somebody sells it, but it's just one of those things, cheaper to replace than fix, so nobody sells parts for it. Anyhow, anyway, it's been all things considered, it's actually been a great phone. I find that I like using it more than my iPhone at this point, and that could be an iOS versus versus Android thing. At one point, I was a lot happier with iOS, but there's been some changes to Android since I switched originally from Android to iOS, and I think a lot of it has to do with this particular iPhone. I haven't been able to log into my Google account with it, so that greatly limits how much I can use it. I also have the issue of it's a 7 Plus as opposed to a 6S Plus, which the several phones I had before it were, several iPhones I had before it were, and the home button is different. And I don't even know if this is what the home button is supposed to be like on a 7 Plus or on an iPhone 7. Like, it's a different type of home button. It's not as tactile as the one, just a simple push button on the 6 Plus with the thumbprint sensor. The thumbprint sensor doesn't work, and I was told by my iPhone repair guy that that's an Apple thing. That it probably works just fine, but they've locked that feature out, and they've made it to where only the Apple Store or Apple can enable it. Third parties can't. So kind of goes into the right to repair stuff that Louis Rossman's been championing so well. So there's that, and that's been one of the annoyances of using my iPhone, which I'm recording on right now, by the way. Oh, and the last video ended abruptly because my battery died, but whatever. I knew it was going to die soon, so my bad for not plugging the cord in, which I do have plugged in right now. God, I can't believe that video, my first video of last Tuesday, where I just had the cord just dangling in front of the screen. So the entire video, like, you can see that I'm driving around, you can kind of tell where I'm at, but it's all out of focus because my camera just focused on the cord dangling in front of the camera. But as I've said before, when I'm driving and I'm shooting video, my focus is on my driving, not on the screen of my phone. So at least I've got some solid evidence of that. Because if I was paying attention to the screen on my phone, I would have fixed that. Anyway, we got somebody loitering on the sidewalk. Oh, this is that park on the left. The city of Phoenix. There's a real estate sign on it. Apparently, the city of Phoenix is trying to sell this park as opposed to maintaining it as a park. And whoa, hello, dude. When jaywalking goes wrong. Wow. I went by this park just 2 days ago, and it was absolutely, I wouldn't say it was full, but it's probably about 6 or 7 tents in it, and a lot of homeless people in it. And there are no homeless people in it at all. And there's some shit going on, as you probably saw. A bunch of junk in front of the bus stop, and it looks like there's some vagrants at the bus stop there. But yeah, Phoenix PD apparently got them all cleared out of the park. I'm sure they'll be right back. They always are. But yeah, for the most part, that park has served, the last couple of years, its only real purpose it serves is a place for homeless people to squat and camp. Nobody goes there to enjoy it as a park, and the city doesn't do much to maintain it. So, as much as I hate cities selling parks, it's probably for the best. And I don't, with its location and size, I don't see that the city could really add any amenities to it. But I can't imagine, with as many homeless people like to squat in that park, I can't imagine that, in any. I mean, it's being sold as commercial real estate, but I can't imagine what business would actually want to own that. Oh, I got a car for sale right here. Look at that. I got a vehicle in front of me, probably unhappy that I'm slowing down, but it's like a 2016, $5,300, 157,000 miles. AC. It's a Dodge. That's all I need to see to not want it. Not like I really have the money for another car, need another car right now, but and that's definitely out of my budget of what I would spend on a car. Dodge Dart. $5,300 seems high for that. Although I've heard that used car prices are skyrocketing right now, so maybe that is a reasonable price. I don't know. Hopefully y'all saw the phone number if you're in the market for a Dodge Dart. Trying to get through to Del Taco. It's not usually this awkward going through this lot. Subaru is kind of messing up the program. So I keep getting text messages, well, push-through messages from the Del Taco app, which I've talked about quite a few times about how I'm not really happy with it. But there do seem to be some pretty good savings that are exclusive to that app. Yeah, I'm trying to go where you are, dude. I'm going that way. That big truck was just stopped and trying to wave me to go through, and I was trying to go through to exactly where he was. I should have acted like I was going to have a head-on with him to see how he reacted. Yeah, stopping and waving me through is not helpful. Like, I'm stopped. You need to get the fuck out my way. All right, got a little bit of shade here. Anyways, I was trying to mention my Obamaphone. Like the phone. Anyway, the main reason I had it, and I went with service again with Assurance Wireless, is because even though Assurance Wireless is supposed to have a limit on how much data you can use a month on the free government phone plan, and then have the option, of course, of buying more data. It's been my experience, and this is my second phone I've had through these guys. The first one I had with them, which was the one I shot some video on. It's been a long time since I lost it, but if you go back through my channel, you can always tell when I'm shooting video on it because it's just it's in a weird aspect ratio. It's wider than 4:3, but it's not 16:9, and it's just got a horrible resolution and frame rate, and it shimmies. I shot one video with its selfie camera, and I mean, it's I kept it. You can barely, like, it downgraded the video, the audio quality as well. You can barely make out what the hell I'm saying. It's so low quality. Just dumbfounded what a god-awful phone that was. But its saving grace was I could use it. It was a really reliable internet hotspot, and it just seemed to be unlimited, the data that I could use. And I feel like it's been well over a year that I've been using Assurance Wireless. Now, granted, there was a time period that I didn't have it. I had got a second Obamaphone through a company called, oh shit, no, that's not the name of the company. It's just what I say when I forget the names of things. I forget. I'm just drawing a complete blank. Anyway, second Obamaphone was an Amazon, or was a Android Go phone, so it was a special, like, lighter version of Android with some less features. You know, all things considered, it wasn't a bad phone. Dramatically better than the one that I got, the first Obamaphone that I got through Assurance Wireless, which actually was running like a full version of Android on it, and was choking under the weight of its own operating system. This phone, sometimes it gets bogged down, but for the most part, it's not a bad phone. And the screen is just about the same size as my iPhone 7 Plus. A little bit taller, a little bit narrower, but all in all, I mean, I would buy one of those. I don't think I'd pay much for it, but I would definitely, like, if I saw that model phone for sale somewhere, I would buy it. I've been very happy with that phone. Surprised, just absolutely bewildered, surprised how happy with it. Anyway, so, oh god, the name of the second Obamaphone company came back to my head, and then I forgot it just that quick. I remember the app to see how much data I had left was called My Connections, and they did enforce their data limit, but T-Mobile through Assurance Wireless has never enforced it. And I mean, I've been ridiculous. I've used it for uploading so many chapters of my vlog, and in some cases uploading it, downloading it, uploading it again, because I'm moving it from device to device via the cloud, and just using like at the end of the month, like looking at how many gigs of mobile data I use is just absurd. And yeah, they never seemed to throttle me or limit me until now. About 2 days ago, they've completely limited me. I have no mobile data at all. Not even like the throttle data I used to get when I would go over my data limit with Cricket. It's just no data at all. I can still text, I can still make phone calls, but my internet is shut off unless I'm on Wi-Fi. So my internet on my God, it's turning into a sweatbox in here. Windows closed. I'm gonna go and take a shower. Kind of warm outside. So anyway, I can't check the temperature with this phone. It's whatever it's showing me is the temperature when it last was on the internet, which was as I was leaving my place. It's feeling hot though. It's definitely well into the 80s, if not the low 90s right now. Well, now that I open the door, I'm getting a bit of a breeze coming through. It feels good since I'm mostly in the shade. Anyway, yeah, so they've cut me off data-wise. So yeah, I'm not able to access my weather widget while I'm driving and check the temperature. Hey, at least it keeps the time and the date for me. And whenever I'm anywhere near a Cox hotspot, it will log into that. On that note, I can't remember I get on a Cox. If I get a Cox, I'm not getting a Cox hotspot here at Del Taco, but I clearly managed to get on Wi-Fi somewhere between my storage and Del Taco while I was shooting this vlog, because I've received some additional internet messages on it since then. So I'm impressed with what that phone does, even with its internet shut off. It's kind of useful. Anyway, when I was down at, because of that being out of internet, no, I'm not purchasing any internet from them. I don't think so. Paying for internet on what's supposed to be a free plan, not happening. Especially since at most places I'm at, I got Wi-Fi. And I don't know if I'm out of data on Mint Mobile or what. I think I'm to the point where I've used up what little tiny bit I get every month, and I'm to the point where I have super throttle data, which is dysfunctional. Anyway, keep getting push leave messages from the Del Taco app telling me they're doing special deals this month, exclusive to the app. I know I still got a deal supposedly going through for the Del Taco, or for 2 free Del Tacos, which for whatever reason I wasn't able to get with my last order I did through the app. So I'm going to actually go into the restaurant and try to use the app in the restaurant and see if I can get some help from the cashiers, which I doubt I can. It's kind of been my experience, cashiers at places that use apps have no idea how their apps work, which I think is something they should be training their cashiers on helping customers with. But it's been my general experience that fast food places that use apps don't. But sometimes I get lucky, and someone in there does know how to use it. But I'm going to try to see if I can get my deals and get me some food here inside in the app, in the air conditioning, as opposed to purchasing through the drive-thru. I also think I've already got a credit card tied to the app, so that'll save me having to dig in my pocket for a credit card. In fact, memory serves, I have my Discover tied to it, so I should get my 10% back, 10% or 5% cash back, whatever it is, for a fast food restaurant. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here talking about it instead of wanting to do it, so I should go do it. But yeah, I don't have a lot of internet while driving around, which has not been a problem for me for quite some time. It's the reason I had so few videos the last time I went to LA, Venice Beach, and Santa Monica. I just had no internet when I was there. I'll sort that out. For the moment, it's just a minor inconvenience, but it is kind of stopping me from doing some of the stuff that I do.